Today I shall discuss IC engine. IC engine. Now before that we have to know what is engine. Engine is a device which convert the chemical energy of the fuel into rotary mechanical energy. Now this engine which converts the chemical energy of the fuel into rotary mechanical energy. Now this engine is two types of engine. It is generally two types. One is internal combustion engine and external combustion engine. This internal combustion engine, that is IC engine, and external combustion engine, this is EC engine. Now what is the difference between internal combustion engine and external combustion engine? In the engine there is a cylinder. Where piston is arranged, and in the cylinder a combustion takes place. Combustion means the bursting or burning of the fuel. When fuel entered to this chamber, that is in the cylinder, then combustion take place. If this combustion take place in the cylinder, then this type of combustion engine is called the internal combustion engine. And if the combustion take place outside the engine, then this is called the external combustion engine. That's mean for this case, for external combustion engine, there is a extra chamber where the combustion will take place, and this combustible gas is transferred to this cylinder to move. When it's entered to this chamber or this cylinder, then pressure is created and piston will move through this. So this type of engine is called the external combustion engine. So external combustion engine is a engine where combustion take place outside the engine. That is the external combustion engine. Okay. Now example of external combustion engine is the steam engine. The steam is produced in the boiler, and and this steam is supplied to the turbine. That is called the one type of external combustion engine, that is steam engine. Now internal combustion engine, I am going to the IC engine. IC engine. So this is the internal combustion engine. Engine. What is this engine? Here the combustion take place inside the cylinder. Inside the cylinder. That is, for external combustion engine, it is outside the cylinder, that is engine, or this is cylinder, outside the cylinder, and here the combustion take place inside the cylinder. For this IC engine, it having the cylinder and the piston is arranged with it. Now this piston can move up to that. This piston, this is the cylinder, and this is the piston, and this is the connecting rod, and this is the crank. This is the crank. Now this is the connecting rod. This is the connecting rod. This is cylinder. This is piston. Now this is the crank. This is the crank pin. Now when fuel is entered to this cylinder and the piston moves in the left direction, then the fuel is compressed and the combustion take place. Here the combustion will take place, and when the combustion will take place, burning of the fuel will take place. At that time a huge amount of pressure and temperature will created, and this pressure force the piston, and this piston will move in this direction. When piston will move in this direction, this connecting rod transfer the power to this crank, and this crank will rotate and causes the rotational kinetic energy, rotational mechanical or kinetic energy. Okay, now this is the function of the engine. Now this is called TDC, that is top dead center, and this is BDC, bottom dead center. Okay, now a standard cycle engine. For the proper analysis of the engine, we have to consider the air is the working fluid, air is the fuel, this ideal fuel, and by this engine is running. And if this type of engine is produced, then we can say that this engine is air standard cycle engine. Okay, now air, we know this air is the ideal gas, so if we apply this air, generally it is not happen, no engine can run accurately by air, but for the ideal operation we have to consider this air is the fuel. Therefore we get a engine cycle, engine process, that will be the ideal process. Okay, so first of all we have to consider the air is the fuel for this engine, and if air is applied to run the engine, then we can say that this engine is the air standard cycle engine. Okay, now air standard cycle engine is a engine where air is used as well, which is ideal gas, and the cycle produced by this engine is called air standard cycle. So generally fuel is entering to this chamber and combustion will take place, and by this combustion this piston will move in this direction, and after that the piston further will move the left and further combustion take place. So this will produce a cycle, is called the air standard cycle, is called air standard cycle. Now this air standard cycle is generally two types. One is Otto cycle and diesel cycle. Now Otto cycle combustion process will take place in constant volume process. Volume will be constant. For this case, the Otto cycle, the combustion take place in constant volume process. And in case of diesel cycle, combustion takes place in constant pressure process. There has been, when bursting is take place, at that time piston will not move. For Otto cycle, piston will not move. If the piston does not move, then we can say that when the combustion take place, there is a volume will constant. Because when the piston will not move, when combustion take place, piston will not move, then the volume here, this volume will be constant. That is the Otto cycle. In the Otto cycle, when we draw the Otto cycle, we always have to maintain the volume is constant. And for diesel cycle, this when the combustion will take place, this volume will change. When volume will change, pressure will be constant, because the combustion will take place here and the piston is moving, therefore pressure will be constant for this case. So for the diesel cycle we have to consider the constant pressure process, and for Otto cycle we have to consider the constant volume process. Okay. Now next I am going to the Otto cycle. Otto cycle. Let we can draw this picture like that. This is a cylinder. This is the piston. The piston can move up to that. This is the connecting rod, and this is the crank. This piston can move up to that. This is a TDC and this is the BDC. Okay. Now when this piston at this point, then this point will reach here, and when the piston will be there, the piston will be there, and this point, this P point will be there. First of all, we have to know there is two types of valves are there. That is inlet valves and outlet valve. First, the inlet valve is open and the piston is moving here left TDC to BDC. That is I am considering this point is A. Now inlet valve is open and fuel will enter to this chamber. Okay. Now at this case the piston will move A to B. That is here if it is A, now this is A, it will move here A to B. Okay. Now this point will move A to B. Now if I draw the PV diagram, then you can see that at any point, I am considering this point here, this piston is moving A to B. Now this is the pressure and this is the volume. This piston is moving A to B, that is a constant pressure process. In a constant pressure process, this piston is moving A to B. Why it is constant pressure process? Because when fuel is easily entering, no pressure is there and piston easily moves A to B. No pressure is created here, just a constant pressure process. So this point A to B will be constant pressure process. Now you can see that this is the constant pressure process. This line is a constant pressure process. So this is A and this will be B, because this point and this point have the same pressure. This point and this point having the same pressure. So this line is the constant pressure process. This A to B process, A to B process, this process is called suction process, and here pressure is constant. Okay. When at this point, this is inlet valve, I am writing this is IV, inlet valve. This outlet valve, I am writing OV. Okay. This IV will be open. For this process, you can see this process is called a suction process. So I am writing this is suction process, and this suction process, this is suction process. Now after that, what happened? This piston will move this point BDC to TDC. Piston will move BDC to TDC. That is, I am writing in this way. This piston is moving BDC to TDC. This point. This is B point, and this point will be. I am writing 1. Okay. Now this process is from B to 1. Now what happened when in this process B to 1, in this process the inlet valve will be closed. Inlet valve will be closed and this piston moving from BDC to TDC. Already fuel is entered to this chamber and then this valve is closed. That means a pressure will create at this point, at this chamber. That's why this process is the compression process. Now you can see that next process where piston will move B to 1 and this line will be from B to 1. So this is B and this is 1. So this is 1. Okay. Now if this pressure is created here, the pressure is increasing when this process B to 1 is take place, and at that time volume is reducing. So what we can say, the volume is reducing because the piston is moving to this point to this point. As the piston is moving B to this BDC to TDC, then the pressure is created and volume will reduce, because you can see that at this point BDC this total volume is this, but when the piston is moving up to that, this volume will be up to that. So we have to choose a point where pressure will increase and the volume will reduce. That means it will come here. You see that we have to produce this line, and this process is the adiabatic process, because adiabatic process where no heat will be transferred, because this piston this cylinder is insulated, so no heat will be transferred and this valve is closed, so no heat be able to transfer through this chamber. So this is the adiabatic process. It's called the adiabatic process. So this process B to 1, this is the this process is called the compression process. And here adiabatic process, adiabatic means S is constant, entropy is constant. This is called the adiabatic process. That is adiabatic process. Adiabatic process means the S is constant. What is S? S is dq by T. ds equals to dq by T. As heat is not transferring through it, so this will be 0, so ds will be 0, that is S equals to constant. Okay, so S is constant in this process. Now here this inlet valve will close. Inlet valve is closed at this process. So this is the 1. 1. Now after that, when piston is moving here and this P is there, now this is 1. After that, what happened? This combustion will take place. This combustion will take place here. So in this process, as it is Otto cycle, we know for this Otto cycle, this combustion take place in a constant volume process. So therefore we can say that this piston will not move during the combustion process. Next is the combustion process. The piston will not move. So this process where 1 is entered, after that no volume is changing, so this point will not move, so it is the 2 point, that is this process where this is the 2. This process is called the combustion process. Now 1 to 2. So as you know, the piston will not move, therefore the pressure will increase and volume will same, because piston is not moving, so volume will be same. So pressure is increasing but volume is constant. So in this case we have to draw a line. This line is the constant volume line, because piston is not moving at that time. So this point is the 2 point. Now after that, now I am writing this is 1 to 2. This is compression process. This is volume is constant, and in this case inlet valve will be closed. Inlet valve is closed, because when all these valve will closed, at that time the combustion will take place and a pressure will generate. Okay, but for Otto cycle we have to consider this constant. This is the constant volume process during the combustion process. So in this combustion process this point will be the same, so I have written the vertical line 1 to 2. After that, next process where the piston for next, this is the 2 process. Okay. Now next process 2 to 3 process, where this volume will increase. After the combustion, this gas will give the pressure to this piston, and this piston will move from TDC to BDC. That is 2 to 3 process. I have written this 3 process. So this will be 2 to 3, because it is coming, this is 1 and this is 2, same point, and after that it will further move here. So this is the this point is the 3 point. So this point is the B point and this point is the same 3 point. Okay. Now in this case, when piston is moving from this point to this point, this is the expansion process, because the volume will increase and pressure will reduce. When volume will increase, automatically pressure will reduce. As a pressure is reducing, this process is called the expansion process. Okay, when pressure will reduce, this process is called the expansion process. So we have to draw a line where the pressure is reducing and volume will increase. You can see that here this volume up to that, but after here the volume will increase. So we have to draw this line. This is the adiabatic process. In this adiabatic process, the S is constant. Now this is 2 to 3 process, which is called expansion process. this is S is constant, that is adiabatic process. In this case, this inlet valve is closed. This process is the expansion process. Expansion process. This was compression. Compression process. So this point is 3. Now after reaching this BDC, the piston is moving 3, that is at the BDC. What happened after the expansion? This is expansion process. The piston will be at same points, same position, and heat will release by the opening of the outlet valve. Outlet valve will open and heat, that is some of the gas, will release from this chamber, and this heat will reduce. When the heat will reduce, this pressure will release. Pressure will reduce, but the volume will constant, because the piston is not moving just at the same point, at the same position. So this is the 3 to 4 process. 3 to 4 process, that is 3 to 4 process. 3 to 4 process. Now at this case, I have already said that the valve will open, this outlet valve will open, and some of the gas will release from this chamber, and piston will not move. That means the volume is constant as pressure will reduce. That's why this line will come here. You can see that pressure is reducing. Here this pressure is reducing from this point to this point. The pressure is reducing, but this volume is constant, because the same point here, the same point here is the same point. So volume is a constant process. So this process is called heat rejection process. Okay, heat rejection process. And here you can see that this is the constant volume process. Constant volume is constant, and outlet valve is open. Open. Sorry, this is 3 to 4 process. 3 to 4 process. Our piston is not moving. 3 to 4 process. This is a 4. Okay. So 3 to 4 process, the piston is not moving. So heat rejection process, constant volume process, so piston will not move. Piston will not move. So I am written by is vertical line. Now after that, this piston further will move to the 4 to, that is B to A. It is further it will go to the A point. Outlet valve is open. Outlet valve is open. The piston will move. So no pressure will change. The constant pressure process, and volume will change from B to A. Volume will change from this to this. So this process will be constant pressure process. So this will be the same line. It will move in the same line. So this is 4 to A. That is this is exhaust process, where pressure is constant. This pressure is constant, and outlet valve open. Outlet valve is open. As you know, this A and B, this process and the suction process, and further is the exhaust process. Exhaust process. These two processes are passing through the same line. As it is moving in the same line, then the work done produced by this area for suction and exhaust will be same. Therefore, one is the positive work, another is the negative work. When it is moving in this direction, it will be positive, and when it is moving in this direction, it will be negative. So negative positive are the same, so we can cancel this line. So this line will be like that. It will be like that. So this is, I am written this point is 1, this point is 2, this point is 3, this point is 4. Now this is P and this is V. This is the Otto cycle PV diagram. Okay. Now I am going to the TS diagram for the same. As you know, this 1 to 2 is the adiabatic process, that is S is constant process. As the cylinder is insulated, so no heat be transferred. So 1 to 2 process is adiabatic process, and at this case, if this is T and this is S, you can see that S is constant, so S will be constant. So we have to draw this line where S is constant. Now what is this 2 to 3 process? What is this process? Means this process 1 to 2, that is 1 to 2, this process is V constant. This process is the combustion process. So temperature also increasing, and heat is transferring to this chamber. This process is dq, q, heat is transferring. So as the heat is transferring by this process, so S will increase, because S del S equals to dq by T. When heat will enter to this chamber, this combustion will take place, so heat is entering to this chamber, so it will not be constant, it will increase, and T also increase. So we have to draw this line. So this point is 2 and this is 3 point, this is 1 to 2, 1 to 2. After that, further this process this 2 to 3 process, 2 to 3 process, S is constant. So S is constant mean this line is the S constant, because this point is the same line. And further, when S is constant, after that the pressure will reduce. As the pressure will reduce, temperature and heat release process, this is a heat release process, so S will reduce, so S will reduce and temperature also reduce. So this line is obtained. This is the Otto cycle PV diagram and TS diagram. Now diesel cycle. This cycle is same as Otto cycle, but the combustion process will take place in constant pressure process. Here the combustion process will take place in constant pressure process. This cycle will be same, the PV diagram will be same, but only the the combustion process will be in constant pressure process. In case of Otto cycle, you can see that this will be constant volume process. I have already discussed for Otto cycle, this combustion process will be in constant volume process, but in case of diesel cycle, this will be in constant pressure process. Now already we know for Otto cycle, this PV diagram for Otto cycle, this PV diagram is like that. This is the combustion process where heat enter or the heat is produced in the cycle. This is a compression process. This is 2 to 3. Only this process will be a constant pressure process. That is the constant volume, because this is V for Otto cycle. This constant volume process, you can see that at 2, volume 2 up to that, and this 3 up to that. But for diesel cycle, this PV diagram will be same as all, but this 3 to 2 process will be horizontal, because here pressure, this is 2 and this is 3. This line will be constant pressure process. At the 2 the pressure is up to that, and at this 3 the pressure will be same. So this process 2 to 3 process for Otto cycle is vertical, and for diesel cycle this will be horizontal. Others, all the process will be same. This is the adiabatic process or S constant. This is also S constant. This is expansion process. So this is S constant. This is constant volume process. Volume constant. You can see this is S constant, volume constant, and this process is V constant for Otto cycle, and this process will be P constant. Only difference is this, and S is constant for expansion process. So this is the combustion process where heat will produce Q amount of heat may produce. Here Q heat is produced, and here also U heat release. This some amount of heat will release here. This may be Q1, this is Q2, will release. Q2 heat will release. So this is the diesel cycle, and this is the Otto cycle. This is PV diagram. Now TS diagram will be same. TS diagram will be same as Otto cycle. Otto cycle TS diagram and the diesel cycle TS diagram also both are the almost same. So we have already discussed that this cycle diagram will be like that. This is 1 and this is 4. This is 4, this is 1, and therefore it is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. This 2 to 3 process, this is a heat addition, Q1 heat, and this is heat rejection due to heat. Now this is the arrow shows the cycle direction. So this is the diesel cycle PV diagram, and this is the diesel cycle TS diagram.